The movie begins with Melinda pulling up to a gas station. She steps out of her car for a smoke and notices a man nearby, also smoking while fueling his car. Melinda warns him about the danger of smoking near gas pumps, pointing out the large no smoking sign behind him. He brushes her off, insisting he knows what he's doing, and snaps at her for implying otherwise. Melinda leaves him and walks into the station. Inside, the cashier Sheila tells Melinda she needs to restock shelves and clean the bathrooms, tasks Diane was supposed to handle but didn't. Melinda agrees and quickly changes into her work uniform. While restocking, she chats with a customer browsing snacks and recommends the pistachios, offering a refund if he doesn't like them. She introduces herself, but the man doesn't seem interested. Later, while cleaning the restroom, Melinda looks at candid photos of a cop inside the gas station. A man walks in and complains that she's in the men's room, saying he can't use it while she's in there. Meanwhile, Sheila is watching a video of elegant women twerking and dares Melinda to try it. Melinda does a goofy, awkward twerk, not realizing Sheila is secretly filming her. Sheila uploads the clip online. Outside, a suspicious man pulls up and sits in his car. At the same time, an elderly man named Fred walks in and asks for Sheila. He reminds her they spoke 2 days ago, and since she mentioned her feet were sore, he brought her some padded insoles. Melinda accepts the gift for her, but Sheila says she doesn't want them and tells Fred he's been coming by too often. Fred leaves, clearly disappointed, but Melinda catches him before he reaches his car and tells him the insoles fit her perfectly, trying to lift his spirits. Meanwhile, the suspicious man from earlier steps out of his car and tucks a revolver into the back of his pants. Melinda introduces herself to the man, who asks if anyone else is working in the store. He requests a pack of cigarettes just as a police car pulls up. The officer, Lou, whom Melinda had been secretly photographing earlier, steps out. They clearly know each other. Inside the store, the man, Billy, watches Lou nervously. Sheila notices Billy lingering by the shelves and approaches him. He says he's looking at condoms, and she jokes that he's been at it for 5 minutes before helping him choose a pack. Outside, Melinda asks Officer Lou for a ride in his new patrol car. He politely declines, citing his tight schedule. She jokes about getting herself arrested just to ride along. He promises to take her for a spin another time and heads inside for coffee. While Lou chats at the register and jokes about the sex-enhancing pills on the counter, Billy slips into the bathroom. Meanwhile, Melinda is caught once again trying to take pictures of Lou. Sheila yells at her, and Melinda drops her phone. Lou reveals his own phone is broken. He gets a call and quickly leaves. Sheila then scolds Melinda for taking photos without permission, calling her a creep. Upset and near tears, Melinda steps outside for a smoke. When she returns, she's suddenly held at gunpoint by Billy. He orders her to stand by Sheila and assures them he doesn't want to hurt anyone. He explains that he's desperate. People are after him, and he needs money to survive. Sheila, unfazed, tells him to speed things up. Billy demands money from both the registers and access to the safe. Sheila tells him only managers can open it, and there's less than $100 in the till, since most customers pay with cards. She even questions if his gun is real. Frustrated, Billy fires a shot. Melinda then asks if the money is to pay off his debt to the bikers. Deciding to help, she offers to get him the money from the safe. While Melinda is packing the money, a customer walks in. He calmly asks Sheila not to panic or draw attention. Melinda, watching from a mirror, unbuttons her shirt in an attempt to distract Billy. The tension rises when Melinda can't give the customer change. Billy anxiously watches from behind the shelves. The customer then asks for directions, and Sheila writes them down, along with a secret note asking him to call 911. As she tries to pass him the note, Melinda suddenly appears and discreetly crumples it, stopping the plan. Once the customer leaves, Billy approaches the counter and asks for the money. Melinda hesitates, then asks where he plans to go after this. She wants to come with him. Billy refuses, and they argue. He grabs the backpack forcefully, and Sheila calls him a coward for threatening 2 women with a gun. Angry, Billy pulls Sheila out from behind the counter. He orders Melinda to lock the doors and hand over her phone. They move to a back room, while Melinda walks toward the front of the store, quietly buttoning her shirt in disappointment. Then, she grabs a hot cup of coffee and pours it on her hand, without flinching. She walks into the back room and throws the hot coffee in Billy's face. He accidentally pulls the trigger, killing Sheila, then knocks him out with a fire extinguisher. When Billy regains consciousness, he finds himself tied to a chair. Melinda has already wrapped Sheila's body in a tarp and cleaned up the scene. He insists he never meant to hurt anyone, but quickly realizes he's not going anywhere. Melinda sits silently in front of him. He asks why she didn't run or call the police. She doesn't have a clear answer. She's still deciding. Billy tries to reason with her, saying they're now in this together. She reminds him that she was on his side from the beginning, but he didn't believe her. Trying to deflect, Billy asks if she's unhappy working at a gas station. In response, Melinda launches into an impassioned speech about the value and dignity of her work. As she finishes, Billy winces and mutters, "My face really hurts." Melinda heads to the front of the store to grab some painkillers, while an angry customer can be heard outside, banging on the locked door and yelling to be let in. Back with Billy, she talks about the possibility of them escaping together. When she casually mentions she has a boyfriend, Billy is stunned. She gives him more pills, claiming they're painkillers, but he quickly realizes they're actually sexual enhancers. Melinda admits she knows he's been lying all along and never planned to take her with him. She blindfolds him and tries to take advantage of the situation. Billy manages to break free, but in his panic, he knocks himself out by slamming into a shelf. Melinda, now disoriented, grabs the backpack of money and unlocks the front door for the impatient customer. He complains about the lack of coffee. Melinda subtly raises the gun, but quickly lowers it, overwhelmed. She breaks down crying and tells him to leave her alone. After he leaves, Melinda calls 911. Just then, Perry, Sheila's boyfriend, walks in asking where Sheila is. Melinda tells him she already left. Suspicious, Perry calls Sheila's phone, which buzzes from the floor nearby. He grows uneasy, noting that Sheila never goes anywhere without her phone. Melinda lies, saying Sheila went off with a guy to a motel. Though it's clearly false, Perry surprisingly believes her and heads out to find them. Trying to cover her tracks, Melinda runs outside to grab a shovel. But before she can do anything, a biker gang arrives at the gas station. They ask questions about the night's events and describe Billy, wanting to know if she's seen him. Melinda asks if they take care of problems, hinting at body disposal. The gang grows suspicious and insists on looking around. When Melinda pulls a gun, they draw theirs too. But their leader steps in, telling everyone to stand down because of the security cameras. He warns her that they'll search the place, and if they don't find their friend, they'll be back. After they leave, Melinda tries and fails to break the lock to erase the camera footage. Frustrated, she goes outside for a smoke. Then an idea hits her. She grabs 2 gas canisters, hauls them back to the counter, and starts preparing to burn the place down. Officer Lou enters the gas station with his gun drawn, asking Melinda if she's seen anyone suspicious. He explains that Billy's car, parked outside, is stolen and matches the vehicle he's been tracking. Since the keys are still in the ignition, he believes the driver must be nearby and wants to review the security footage. Melinda tells him that only Diane has the key to the surveillance tapes. Officer Lou decides to call Diane, and while he's on the phone, Melinda discreetly slips the revolver into her pocket. She then changes her story and says she did see someone suspicious, a man who left in a green Jeep headed toward a nearby motel. Before leaving, Officer Lou does a quick sweep of the store. Melinda, on edge and near tears, watches nervously as he checks each room in the back, but finds nothing unusual. Surprised, she quickly hides the revolver again. He gives her his number in case she remembers anything else, then leaves to investigate the motel. After he's gone, Melinda checks the back room. It's empty. The cable ties she used to restrain Billy are lying loose on the floor. Realizing he's escaped, she resumes her plan to burn down the station. Suddenly, she hears a thudding noise from the back, and the lights cut out. She tries to exit through the front, but the photosensor door isn't working. Billy is back, yelling her name from somewhere inside. Melinda warns him that the floor is covered in gasoline and threatens to burn the whole place down if he comes closer. At the same time, Perry shows up and starts banging on the front door, demanding to be let in. Melinda tries to escape through the back, but Billy has already blocked the exit with a dumpster. He heads to the front and tells Perry that Melinda has lost her mind and killed Sheila. While Perry questions her through the glass, Billy suddenly tackles him from behind and kills him. Melinda calls Officer Lou as chaos unfolds. Billy then takes Perry's van and crashes it through the gas station entrance. She tries to reason with Billy and apologizes, but he's out for revenge. He pulls the trigger, but the revolver, soaked in gasoline, bursts into flames. Startled, Billy drops the gun, igniting the gasoline on the floor. Fire erupts across the store. Melinda manages to escape, but her legs are badly burned on the way out. The police arrive just in time, and Officer Lou escorts her to safety.
And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what movies do you like us to recap next. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.